Okay, folks, listen, this is a live stream and I'm going to be interacting with the viewers maybe later on in the chat, but right now I'm going to be showing information. Uh, it's some of it is new, yes, but what I'm about to show you is miscellaneous information, okay? Because I don't have, I'm running out of time, folks. My prediction for Seattle, June 11th, some spectacular event is going to happen. Okay, when I say spectacular, I mean something horrible. In the sense it could be horrible or something, amazing for the people's eyes, but most likely it's going to be something horrific. Okay, so get out of Seattle before June 11th. Okay, now and all of King County where Seattle is, because this it all has to do with Elvis, who was known as the King, all right? And the fact that his identical twin supposedly died at birth. That's why the Twin Towers fell. And listen, if you're new to the channel, you're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. You have to watch my videos under the video section and under the live section of this channel, okay? Okay, watch all those videos. Now, in this video, like I said, I'm going to be showing miscellaneous information that doesn't really connect, but it's incredible information, okay, which shows what's going on and why these events are about to happen. And so if you're, if the people who come into the chat late, they're probably going to get lost in the, so if they're asking, what am I talking about? Just tell them they have to rewatch the video later. All right. Anyway, like I said, it's going to start out kind of, it's not the greatest information, but like I said, some of it is going to be incredible. So make sure you pay attention to the whole video. Okay. So let's get started. Let me just set this up real quick. All right. Let me get some. Hold on one second here. Just give me a second. Like I said, it's going to take a minute or so to figure out how to do it. Like I said, folks, I'm basically trying to explain the unexplainable, okay? Now, like I said, the very first few things is not going to be the most, not going to be incredible, but it's going to all come together. The Space Needle, which is in Seattle, opened on 4/21/62. Now, that date is loaded in itself, okay, because June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. So you have the 162 right there, and Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington is the 42nd state. So in the Space Needle opening date is already what's happening, okay? 4/2/42, Elvis died. Washington's 42nd state, 162, the 162nd day of the year is June 11th when Seattle gets struck. Seattle equals 82, okay? If you just add up the letters. Prime number, the 82nd prime number is 421. 421 is when it opened. You see that? These are impossible coincidences. And look, 421's date is the 111th day of the year. You add the leap year, which is 112th, you get 223. And we're in the year 223. If you put a crown on Elvis, the letter O is a crown. So the 15th letter of the alphabet is the O. You put it on top of Elvis, you get 82. You see? And if you add up the whole thing, the forward numbers and the backward numbers, it's 162. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Okay? There's a lot of, good numbers there. When I say good, I mean interesting numbers. But right now we're just concentrating on the 82 and the 162, which is June 11th, right? And the 82 connects to everything I just showed here. Okay? Now, so this next thing I'm going to show, hold on. So you know that the 9/11 connects to the 6/11, right? Hold on. But listen, people, pay attention to the chat, okay? I mean, pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying. don't don't go all over the place in this with the conversations, okay? Because you're gonna miss incredible information. Okay, so what was I gonna? Oh, okay. So let me just type this in. Remember, 911 is connected to this 611, right? So if you were to type in, hold on, I should have had this ready, but this is what happens when you have too much, too much to show, folks. Sorry. I told you it's going to start slow, but it's going to end with a bang this this video. So if you don't watch the whole thing, you're going to miss out on something incredible. So like I said, just give me a moment to type this in. Now, you know that my other prediction is that on August 4th, Trump gets his head wound in Ohio. Okay, so you have two predictions: Seattle, June 11th, which connects to Elvis somehow, his name, the number of his name, or his image, and then August 4th is Trump's head wound. Okay, in Ohio. Now, and Elvis, because August 4th is the 216th day of the year, and you know that August 4th, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, and Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. Okay, just add up every letter, and you'll see. Okay, now, and I told you the 216th day of the year is August 4th, and everything is about getting a crown. Now look at this. If you put a crown on September 11th, 2001, because that's what it is basically. Not only can you say 2001, but you can say 2001, because that's how we say this year, 2023. So June 11th, 2023 with a crown, September 11th, 2001 with a crown. What do you get? Look. Not only do you get 840, look at that. Watch this. 84 with a crown. Okay? But look, it's the 2223 number. And I told you that Elvis turned 45 years dead starting in 22 on August 16, 2022, and into 2023 he's going to be still 45 years dead. That's what this whole thing is about, is Elvis being 45 years dead, because Elvis, Trump is the 45th president, and Elvis has been dead for 45 years, because that is the number that he needs to finish this insane puzzle that they're trying to, come up with. All right, this magical number insanity. Okay, now, and Elvis, he's 88 years old right now. Okay, 88 years old. Pay attention what I'm about to show you. So I told you that in the word God, because see, this is the top numbers. G is the 7th letter, O is the 15th letter, D is the 4th letter. And if you reduce the letter O, because it's two numbers, 1 and 5, 1 plus 5 is 6. So that's why it reduces to 6. So the bottom numbers would be 7, 6, 4. Okay? So that means that look at these numbers right here. 1, 5, 4, 6, 4. It's the exact word for the Antichrist. Okay? Because I'm trying to explain to you that this number calculations, whatever they're doing, is trying to connect to God, okay? So the Antichrist equals 154.64, you see? 154.64, because the O attaches to the outsides. The Alpha, the Omega, the O is the outside. And that's why the 156th prime number was 911, 156. The 156th prime number was 911. Anyway, we'll show you. I'll get to that later. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Where am I? Oh, remember, Elvis is 88 years old, right? Now pay attention, okay? Elvis turned 88 years old this year, right? The 154th prime, because the Antichrist equals 154, right? The 154th prime is 887, okay? Now, if you add Elvis, 88, to God's numbers, which is 7154, that is the Antichrist number. Look, 887154. 887154. Do you get it? That's what you're seeing right there. 88, then the 7, 887 is the 154th prime. See, he has to attach it. You understand? Okay? Now, that's what they have to do. They have to attach to that number. Give me a second, because I told you this is going to be miscellaneous information. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, you are not going to grasp this information. You've got to watch. First of all, yes, I am leaving the video up. Make sure you watch from the beginning. If you want to watch it from now, go ahead at this point on. But make sure you watch from the beginning whatever you missed. Okay. Now, again, it's just miscellaneous information, but it's going to be incredible information. I told you, folks, I'm running out of time. I can't get to everything. I'm just going to have to. I'm just trying to show kind of what's, important stuff. All right. Now, it's Elvis his graduation was an important day, and I'll show you why, okay? First of all, he went to Hume's High. Look at that. H equals 888. Look at that. HH is 88. And Elvis is 88 this year, right? But Elvis graduated on 6/3/53. And 6/3, I'll explain that in a minute. Let me see. Did I write it? Yeah, I wrote it. I'll wait to tell you. But so remember, he graduated on 6/3/53. Okay? Now, give me a second. Okay, Elvis graduation day, 6/3/53. From Elvis's birthday, okay, to the day he's born, to the day he graduated was 6,722 days, 18 years basically. And Elvis is born on 1/8, so it's 18 years later, of course. 6722 was graduation day. And why is that important, folks? Why is this important? First of all, I forgot to, here, hold on, let me, I forgot to put something there real quick. Hold on. Remember, Elvis is 88 years old. Look, if you add up the years, from the year he was born to the year he graduated was 88 years old. Okay? I mean 88 years, the 35 and the 53, because it's the same numbers. You get what I'm saying? But look, this is what's important. It's from Elvis's birthday to his graduation day was 6,722 days. Okay? And why is that important? Because Elvis, his name, because he had an identical twin that died at birth. Elvis's name equals 6722. His identical twin was 6722. Okay? What I'm trying to tell you is everything with this guy has to match in a certain way. And why is this important? Okay, you're going to see right now, because everything connects to the pillars, and you will see what I'm talking about. Because look, what was I going to show? Okay, pay attention, okay? First, let me start with this. The 23rd prime number is 83. Look, you have an 83, because this is his graduation date and his birthday, right? The 23rd prime number is 83. So you have the 83 right there. It's been 61 years that the Space Needle's been opened. You have the 6-1 right there, okay? But look, this is what's important, because everything has to do with that chart. The pillars, thank heaven for 7-Eleven that like I said, the Holy Spirit had me do this. I had no idea what I was even doing when I created this, okay? So the 7, 11, 88. Look what it adds up to. You see 7, 11, and 88? Look, you have the 7, 11, 711, and the upside down 711 this way. You have the 88 in the middle. Look, 7, 11, 88. You see? I mean, like I said, these are, and look, he's born, I told you Elvis is born on 1818, right? Him and his identical twin. Okay? And I don't know what else I was showing there, but the other stuff is not important. Don't worry about that. And remember, he graduated on 6/3. 6/3 is the 154th day of the year, and on leap year, it's the 155th day of the year. And from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is the 154 days. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154, 155. And I told you the Antichrist number is 154. So Elvis graduated on the 154th day of the year, which is the Antichrist number. And I showed you it was 6,722 days, and Elvis's name equals 6722, and his identical twin is 6722. You see what I'm saying? And he graduated on the 154th day of the year, which is the Antichrist number, 6/3, and it was 67,200 days. Okay. Now I want you to just ask yourself, what is the chance of all that happening, right? Now, so just staying on the theme of the, on the theme of the 6722. Hold on, man. You don't understand. There's 1,000 pieces of stupid index cards in front of me. That's not even related to this video. That's why I'm getting all confused here. All right. Just real quick, let me look. And MLK, he's a big part of this thing. I've already shown all the connections, but I have a few more things to show, but I'm not going to be able to get to it all probably by tomorrow or the next day, because June 11th is right around the corner. But I told you MLK plays a big part because Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis lived in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was known as the King Elvis. And Seattle's in King County. MLK, Martin Luther King, was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived. And now Seattle, King County, where Seattle is named after Martin Luther King. All right, now they changed it from a different king to this king. Martin Luther King is named after now. So Martin Luther King plays a huge part in this charade. I told you that. All right. If you got to go watch my videos. And look, Martin Luther King's birthday is 115. If you add Elvis's birthday, 115 plus 18, it equals 223. It's right there again. 223. You see? It's because it's 2023 this year. That's the point. And now, if you go from his birthday, he was born in 1929. The day MLK was born, if you went forward 6,722 days, it lands on 6/11. You see, which is, like I told you, Elvis fell on 6/3, his graduation, because he was born on 1/8. See, it's all connected. That's what I'm trying to show you, to the 6722, because Elvis equals 6722. And it lands on 6/11. That's the point. Forget about the date. I mean, forget about the year. That's not important. It's the dates that are important. Okay? I hope you understood that, because like I said, these are difficult to understand. I don't know what I'm showing here. Oh, Elvis is 88 years old, right? And 3/29 is the 88th day of the year. From 3/29 to 6/11 is 2267 days. It's the backwards of 6722, because Elvis equals 6722, right? So there's another connection to the 88 and 6722, right? And you remember the Queen, her funeral was on 9/19, and the Queen's birthday is 4/21. And the Space Needle opened on 4/21/62. If you went from 4/21/62 to 9/19, her funeral, it was 22,067 days. So look, I'm just throwing a bunch of, stuff in there. Some of it is not that important, like I said. And here is, again, this is complicated stuff. So if you add up all the prime numbers, not counting the totals, I mean, yeah, if you add up the prime numbers, 130 for the word Washington, that's what Washington equals, 130, and then 49 backwards is 140 and 50. This is the total count. If you do it the way I did it, it adds up to 2267, the total for the forward and the backward. Like I said, folks, this is just me throwing stuff out there. The good stuff is coming. Don't worry. Now, you remember I told you Elvis equals 6722, right? Pay attention. Elvis equals 6722, okay? And his backwards numbers is 6832, not 23, but it's 23 backwards, the number. This is the only thing that's kind of off kilter here. But look, what does Elvis need to get to 67? Remember, he equals 6722. What is in between 22 and 67? Is the 45. You see? And what's in between 23 and 68, which is his backwards number, is 45. Okay? 23 to 45, 22 to 45. Okay? Because Elvis needs the 45 now. He's got everything else already down. Okay? Hold on. All right. I hope you guys are understanding this. You know what? I should have left out a bunch of stuff, but whatever. It's too late now. Hold on, I'm just gonna get rid of. Oh man, you're lucky I don't get rid of you. I'm I'm not in the mood to ban people, but I'm about to. People don't stop. There's a couple people that are getting on my nerves here. Anyway, okay, so what was I showing here? Why was I showing this? Oh, remember I was showing you the how 6/3 was his graduation day? Check this out. Remember, 6/3 is the 154th day of the year, and from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154, 155 days, and on leap year 6/3 his graduation day is the 154th, 155th day on leap year. And I told you 6/11 is the target date. If you went from 6/3 forward 1,835 days, it lands on 6/11. And why am I doing that? Because Elvis is born on 1/8/35. Look, 1/8/35 is between 6/3 and 6/11. You get what I'm saying? 154, 155th day is to 6/11. That's 6/3's date, the leap year. I mean, with the leap year and the 154 is the Antichrist number. You see what I'm saying? 1/8/35. Elvis is born on 1/8/35. And it connects to the 6/3 and 6/11. And, oh, wow, I didn't even notice that. I'm so stupid. 6 plus 6 is 12. 3 plus 11 is 14. 12/14, that's Washington's death date. 12/14 is Washington's death date, man. And you know what? Oh, I can't believe I missed this. What is Washington's... let me write this that way I don't forget in the future. Well, what future? It's almost coming the day anyway. But Washington's backwards birth date is 1/17, and that's the 7/11 backwards, 11/7. You see what I'm saying? I forgot all about that. Its backwards date is 1/17. Hold on. I want to make sure I put that. Just give me a second, folks. Sorry, folks. And also, you remember I was telling you that that Elvis and Jesse, the identical twins, they both equaled 67, right? If you separated the numbers 67 and 67 and put 6 and 7, 6 and 7, that would be 1214 also. 1214. And Washington died on 1214. Why am I saying Washington? Because Seattle is in Washington State. And 6 times 7 equals 42. And Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state. And 42 plus 42 equals 84. And 84 is when Trump gets his head wound, okay? Do you get it? And, hold on. And 6 plus 7 is 13. And if you did twice, 13 and 13, that would be 26. The word God equals 26. I don't know why I'm writing this, because I'm never going to show it in the future anyway. All right, so back to what I was showing here, because I told you everything is about the 22, 23, and the 45, because Elvis needs the 45. Elvis equals 67, 22. And what is in between 22 and 67? You need the 45. 22 plus 45 is 67, right? So from Elvis's death day, okay, pay attention, from Elvis's death day, the day he died on 8/16/77, and that same year, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Hold on. Let me, give me a second, folks. Let me show it better here. So when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown that year, Seattle Slew won it on June the 11th. 6/11 is when Seattle Slew, a horse, because horse racing is known as the sport of kings. Elvis is known as the King Seattle's in King County. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th, 1977. The same year Elvis died, okay? Elvis died on 8/16/77. To the day the Seattle Kingdom, sounds like kingdom, because they're trying to destroy the L state. Seattle's anagram is EL. EL means God, state, L state. 3/26, it was demolished, the kingdom. And that was 22 years, 7 months, 11 days. There's your 7/11 again, because I told you the 7/11 is the pillars of God, all right, the original. And then, like I said, there was a war in heaven and things were broken up. That's what that's all about. Then from the kingdom to demolition, from the kingdom demolition to 6/11 is 23 years. So there's your 22 and 23 again, okay? Which of course makes 45, okay? Because Elvis has been dead for 45 years, right? Now, I told you that June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Elvis has been dead for 45 years between, he started in 2022 and is going to end 2023, his 45-year death thing. He's been dead for that long. The 22nd prime is 79. The 23rd prime is 83. So look at that. It equals 162. The 22nd year and the 23rd year. You get what I'm saying? Because we're in 22-23 when he turned 45 years in the year 22 and 23. Does that make sense, what I'm showing you? June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Like I said, folks, it's a perfect puzzle. Now, you remember I was telling you that from Elvis's death, oh, where is that? Man, let me show it again. That way you can understand. So remember, from Elvis's death, I showed you this whole puzzle. It was 22 years, remember? Elvis's death to the Seattle Kingdom was 22 years, right? And he died on 8/16/77. To the Kingdom demolition was 22 years, right? Now look at this. Look at this. What? Elvis got his crown on 4/20/1954 when he started working at Crown Electric. From that day to 3/26 is 16,778 days, 45 years, 11 months, 7 days. Now, Elvis died on 8/16/77. Look, 8/16/77. And look, it's 45 years, 11 months, 7 days. This is 22 years, 7 months, 11 days from Elvis's uh, death to the kingdom demolition was 22 years, 7 months, 11 days. This is 45 years, 11 months, 7 days. That's 45, 22 is 67. Okay? And if you've been watching my videos, I've shown you all the connections with the 45, and all that stuff. I hope you guys are getting what I'm showing. I mean, this is unreal what you're seeing. Okay? Let me see if you guys are getting it. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. I'm just going through. I'm not looking at people's comments. I'm just looking for any trolls, and if you're getting it, that's all. I'm not trying to answer anyone's questions. I have so much to get to, folks. Okay? Give me a moment. Just give me a second. Okay, all right. I think you guys are getting it here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on from that. Well, give me a second here. Now, and remember, I told you that the insurrection started in 2021. And if you remember my earlier chart that I created years ago, I told you that 122, 222, and 223. I mean 122, 222, and 322, which has to do with the skull and bones thing when I was telling you years ago, 666. 2021, 2022, 2023, okay? If you look at it this way, it's 6066, right? But if you take out the zeros, it's 666. Do you get what I'm saying? So 221, 222, and 223 is 666. That's my point, which is the backwards of this, right? And you want to see something incredible? So remember, we're talking about the 122, 222, and 322, right? And you know that 9/11, pay attention, folks, pay attention. If you went from the first of the year to 9/11, on the calculator, if you went to the time and date calculator, press in January 1st, 1/1 to 9/11, it will take you forward 253 days if you don't add the day, 254 days if you add the day, and 255 days in a leap year if you add the day. So the numbers you're getting is 253, 254, and 255. Now, for the people who don't know about, watch and see where I'm going. For the people who don't know, I created this month chart, okay? That, just real quick, let me show you that month chart. That way you can see it for yourself, okay? And it's the most incredible thing, folks, all right? So, hold on. So, look, so January is the first month and December is the 12th month, right? But instead of starting back to number 1, the next time that January comes around, it would be the 13th month and the 25th month, the 37th month, the 49th month, the 61st month, and then the 73rd month, okay? And so February is when Washington was born, right? Supposedly 2/11 and 2/22 his birthdays, right? But look at remember what I was showing you. Where is it? Okay, look at this. So you know what? I'm not. Look, let me just count it for you. That way you can see. Watch. Let's go February. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 numbers there for February. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 numbers now. And then 20, 21, 22. Now, so I just want you to see that February, you go down February's months, 22, right? Look what happens now when I'm going to show you. So let me go back again for a second, remind you what I was trying to show you, that it had to do with that it had to do with 122, 222, and 322, right? Which equals 666, which is, you know, the 2021, 2022, 2023 backwards. But 122, 222, and 322 equals 666. Now look at this. So remember February, right? And January and March. Look at this. So January, remember I told you 9/11 from the first of the year is 253 days. 254 days if you add the day, and on leap year if you add the days, 255. Look at this. January is the first month, 1 to the 22nd number down, which is 253, so that's 122. February, second month, 222, 254. March, 322, 255. Look at that. Look at that. What I'm trying to say is that you get the 1, 2, 3, because you know Elvis's comeback special was 12-3. Okay, what I'm trying to show you is it's right there in the numbers: 122, 222, 322, and it's that was 9/11's days, you know. Okay. Anyway, folks, I know you're not gonna grasp that probably, but whatever, man. I was just showing you because I thought it was interesting. I hope you guys understood that, but because it was pretty complicated. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I got, like I said, I haven't been looking at the chat, folks. I told you my mind is so loaded with information I can't think straight by looking at the chat right now and answering people's questions. Maybe in the last like 20 minutes, I'll talk to you guys maybe. Anyway, God bless all of you. And by the way, I've shown all the month charts connections to June 11th and 2023 and all that. So please go watch my older videos. I'm not going to show it here. I was just showing some connections to the 666 right there. Anyway, so remember earlier I was showing you the Antichrist connections. Real quick, let me show you something again. So remember I told you the Antichrist equals 154. Okay, the 154th prime is 887. Okay, and remember I told you God's numbers, and Elvis turned 88 years old. So if you add the 88 to the 7154, that's God's numbers, 7154. I showed that earlier. But look, if you add up 887, which is the 154th prime, and then add the 154 to it, you get 1041. And I told you how important the 141 was if you saw my older video, but forget about that for a moment. Just look at the 1041s, because 0 means everything in between. Okay, because look, if G is the alpha, the D is the omega. Okay, that's what that is, and everything in between is a 0. Okay, from 0 to hero. That's what they're trying to do here. It's okay. So the 0 means 1 through 41. Okay, that's what you're seeing. Okay, now why am I showing that? Because you remember I told you Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. The 42nd prime is 181, and Elvis was born on 181, and he died. I mean, he was born on 18, and he had a twin, right? I told you that supposedly died at birth. Anyway. The 42nd prime is 181. If you add the 181, I mean, if you add the prime number to the 42, because the 42nd prime is 181, you get 223. This year is 2023. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. And Washington's original birthday was 2/11. 2/11 is the 42nd day of the year. They changed it to 2/22. Now, look, you remember a minute ago, I was just showing you the one that the Antichrist number, the 154th prime is 887. If you add the 887 with the 154, you get 1041. 1 through 41. Get it? 1041. So that's why 1, the first prime number is 2. Then you skip all the way down to the 41st number. It equals 179. And the first and the 41st prime together equals exactly the 42nd prime. See? That's why that 141 is so important, because it equals the 42nd prime number. All right? That's why. Now, 141. Pay attention. Why that's so important. Again, let me show you, okay? Give me a second. Remember, we're talking about 1 through 41. You remember I showed you this, what I created here. Washington was the first president. Then if you go to the next George, because he was George Washington, right? First president. Then up to the next George is the 41st. There's your 1 through 41. Get it? 1, 0, 41, which I was just showing you the Antichrist numbers. So George Bush was the next one at 41. Then Bill Clinton, 42. George Bush Jr., 43. Barack, 44. Donald Trump, 45th. Add all that up, it's 216. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And you see that? And it's the 45. Elvis has been dead for 45 years, and Trump is the 45th president, and it stops at 216. Do you get it? Okay? And, you know, Obama was the 44th, and he was born on August 4th. That's why he was before Donald Trump. Okay? And, you know, Trump is also the 44th person to become president. 44th person, but 45th actual president to take office. So he's connected to the 4-4 also. And that's why Barack had to be born on August 4th to have that connection. And remember, we're talking about the 141. Dead presidents. Abe Lincoln was the first. He was the 16th. James Garfield was the second. He's the 20th. William McKinley is the third. And remember, we're always talking about the 1, 2, 3 because Elvis's comeback special was 12/3, right? And the 54th day of the year is 2/2/3. See, and it's 1 month, 23 days into the year, 2/2/3, the 54th day. And it's been 54 years since Elvis's comeback special. Anyway, and 1/6/2 is the June 11th date. Look at that, 1620, and with a crown. And Elvis, you know, he died in Tennessee, which is the 16th state, and he was born in the 20th state, Tupelo, Mississippi. You know, Mississippi is the 20th state, 16th is Tennessee. But anyway, so that's right there in your face again. And then the next one was William McKinley, the 25th. Okay, and then JFK was the 35th. Trump is the 45th. Look, 141. You see that? Again with the 141, because you remember I showed you that it was the 1 through 41 how it started to get to the 216. Okay, and notice that Trump, JFK was the 4th who got the head wound. 4th. Trump is the 5th, 45. Do you see it? 45, connected to the 141, 1 through 41. You see what I'm saying? And I showed you that 1 through 41 is the 42nd. Okay, here. And here's another connection with the 141. So if you did if you did it this way, 141, okay, I told you it equaled this, which is a perfect rendition of the 42nd prime number. And if you did it this way, instead of saying 1041, you could put 14 and then 1. So it'd be, check this out. The first prime number is 2, the 14th prime number is 43. Look at that. It's the 15, which is the crown number, and you get the 45. You see? It's all about the 45 and 42. 42, 45. That's what it's all about, folks. Okay. Anyway, and of course, it's no coincidence that June 11th is the only date that equals 141. Seattle Slew equaled 141. Lucifer Elvis equaled 141, because I told you Lucifer is represented by Elvis. Elvis is Lucifer. Okay? He's the representation of Lucifer. I don't care whether he is or not. He's the representation of it. Okay? Now. Oh, man. All right, folks, I got to take a break for a second. I told you, folks, trying to explain the unexplainable. I mean, like I said, it's so, my mind is completely, man, what do they say? It's on overload, man. Oh, man. All right, keep going. Hold on, folks. Oh, I dropped the phone. Hold on. All right, let's keep going. There's going to be some really good information, folks. Keep watching. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. And it's sad that some of the chat is not even talking about what I'm showing. It's pretty sad, actually. But it's okay. Remember, I told you everything's about the 42-45, because Elvis died at the age of 42, and he's been dead for 45 years, okay? Hold on. And you'll see why it's so important, okay? Because they're going to birth the Antichrist, okay? That's what that's all about. It's the beast out of the sea in Seattle. And when the birthing process happens, it comes through the womb, which is the matrix, comes through the womb, is out of water, okay? It's the beast out of the sea, all right? Let's keep going. Hold on. So remember, the only famous name, because I told you Elvis can equal the name Tracy, Tracy, or Julio, Julio. That's the only names that I know that Elvis can equal. So the only name, when put with the word birthday, Elvis birthday equals the Antichrist. So that means that Elvis is the only name that's famous, as famous as anyone can be, I'm saying, across the earth, is the only one that can equal the Antichrist. Okay? You understand? So that's why I'm saying that Elvis is the one. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. This is just more proof. You know what I mean? I didn't find this out till, a few years after I started talking about Elvis. But also Elvis Tiger Man equals the Antichrist. Elvis Tiger Man equals the same as Elvis' birthday. And Elvis turned 88 during still the tiger year, the water tiger, and Elvis equals water, because the water tiger year didn't end till the 21st, I think, of January, and Elvis turned 88 on January 8th this year. So that's why he still was the tiger man. You know what I'm saying? It was still the water tiger year when he turned 88 this year. Okay? Anyway, so why am I showing that? Because it's all about the Antichrist being birthed. Remember? Elvis' birthday equals the Antichrist, okay? So pay attention. The word birthday equals 87. The reduced number is 42. And the backwards number is 129. So look at that. And by the way, it equals 216. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. You see that? But look, 87 and 42 equals 129. 87. What does 42 need to get to the 87? 42 needs 45. Do you see it? To get the birthday, are you getting this? Are you looking at this? Elvis, you need the 45 to get to the 87. Okay? I told you Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. And look, you even have the 216 because Trump is going to get his head one on August 4th, you know. Okay, but wait. So, man, I'm about ready to lose it, man. Okay, just keep watching, folks. Keep watching. Just keep watching. Get ready. So, oh man, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Get your head on straight. What the heck you doing? So Washington, the state of Washington was founded on 11/11/1889, okay? And I told you guys from man, I'm about ready to lose it. So remember, I was just telling you that the 42 needs the 45, the 45 needs the 42, right? So from, oh man, my mustache is all, because I got water all over it. Hold on. So from Washington's founding date, okay, to Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, let's look at what we see. Are you ready for this? Pay attention. Are you ready for this? I've shown this before, but now the puzzle just gets even more crazier. So from the day Washington was founded on 11/11/1889 to the day Elvis was born, the exact day. Where is it? Hold on, man. I'm about ready to lose it here. Look. 45 years, 1 month, 29 days. Pay attention. 45 years, 1 month, 29 days. Okay? Now look at this. You remember I showed you the birthday? Look, it's 129. You see that? 42. I mean, it's 45 years. And you have the 129 connection. So remember, I told you Elvis needs the 45, right? Do you get what I'm saying here? So for Elvis needs the 45 needs the 42, the 42 needs the 45, right? To get to the 87, because birthday equals 87, because they're going to birth the Antichrist, right? So it's 45 years, right? From Washington's founding date. And remember, Washington. And why am I showing that? Because Washington, you stupid phone. So Washington's founding date is, Washington state is the 42nd state. And it's 45 years from from Washington's founding date to Elvis's birthday. It's 45 years. Washington's the 42nd state. And from that day that Elvis was born to the day Seattle won the Triple Crown is 42 years. And the day Elvis died, is August 16th, but the day Seattle won was June 11th, 1977, the same year Elvis died on August 16th, 1977. So there's your 42. So it's 45 years from Washington's founding date to Elvis's birthday, 42 years to the day Elvis died, and the day Seattle won the Triple Crown. So they already did the 42 ritual. 45 from Washington's founding date to Elvis's birthday, 45 years, then 42 years from Elvis's birthday to the Seattle slew. So it's 45, 42. Now they're going to do the 40, because Elvis died from Elvis's birthday now to June 11th was 42 years. Now they need the 45. Do you get it? 45, 42 to 42 to the 45. Does that make sense, or you don't get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? I'm asking you guys, do you get it? I'm about ready to lose it. Do you get it? Are you getting it? Okay, now, so you understand, okay? You understand, all right. And, okay, let's move on from that. So, I don't know why I'm showing this, but there's got to be a reason. Okay, let me show you this. So if Elvis needs the 45, and and you know Elvis, he died at age 42, but how old would he have been how would he get to, when would he have turned 45 years old if he had been alive? It would have been, pay attention, that way you can understand here how incredible this puzzle is, okay? He would have been 45 in the year 1980, okay? And now pay attention, all right? The 45th prime number is 197, not 198. It's 197. So between 1970 and 1980, okay, is that prime number stuff. You know, what I'm trying to say is that 197 to 198. So 198 with a crown is 1980. 198 with a crown is 1980. Okay, so Elvis turned 45 years old in the 198 with a crown year. And 6/11/2023, the prime numbers equals 198. Okay? Do you see it? What I'm showing you. That's the year Elvis turned 45, which is 42 years ago. Do you get it? He turned 45 in 1980, which is 42 years ago. So there's your 42-45 connection. But there's the 198. All he needs is the crown. Okay? And I told you that Washington gets Washington gets the head wound too. Okay? Now pay attention, okay? So, so the 198, okay, now remember I was telling you that the 42, now I know this is a little bit of a stretch, but pay attention, okay? And you'll see how incredible it is. So, you know the number 8, because Elvis is born on the 8th day, okay? And the 8 is 2 circles, basically. So if you turn the 8 sideways, it would look like 2 circles, or 2 eyes, or 2 crowns, or whatever. But I'm just saying, or 2 rings, or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is, so 19 with the 2 O's would be an 8. 198. Get it? Okay, so if you started from the 1900 date to 6/11/2023, look at that number. What in the hell is this? 45087. What's missing? is the 42. Okay? You see? And Elvis, I told you, you see what I'm trying to say here? You see how ridiculous this is? These are impossible coincidences, man. Okay? And look, it's 123 years. I told you Elvis's comeback special was on 12/3. Okay? There's another weird connection there, but I'm just saying 45 plus the 0 I told you is through 87. 45 through 87. 45 plus 42 is 87. What's in the middle is 42. Okay? 45 plus 42 is 87. Okay? And I connected it to the 198. Anyway, like I said, 45 plus 42 is 87. You know, Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis died at the age of 42. And Elvis has been dead for 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. Okay? Now, oh yeah, here's that breakdown that I was telling you. Okay? Washington was founded, you know, in 1889 to Elvis's birthday is 45 years, then 45 years, and then 42 years from Elvis's birthday to the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Also that same year is when Elvis died on August 16th, 77. So it's the 45-42, right? And then from, oh yeah, that's the same thing that what I was just showing you. This is to Elvis's death date. So it's 45-42, just like the Seattle Slew one, right? Oh, and you know why I was showing this? Because you remember I was trying to show you how 19. See, if I had written the 19 here, 1970 and 197 would. If I had written 1978 here, it would have been 197, which is the 45th prime, and then 198 would have been, I told you the prime numbers for 6, 11, 20, and 23, right? So you have the 197. Anyway, the reason I'm showing that is because from Elvis's death day to the very next time 611 comes around, when which Elvis would have been, well, forget, it doesn't matter, but he would have been 43 years old that year. But from Elvis's death day to the 611, the next time it came around, it was 82.19%, which is what 300 days equals. It equals 82.19%, and Seattle equals 82.19. Do you understand? I'm going to revisit. Well, I'll just show it now. I told you from Elvis's birthday to the 8th day, 8 days is equivalent to 2.19%. So look at the numbers: 8219, 8219, 8219, 8219. That's Seattle. Okay, do you get it? All right. Yeah, I've shown all this before. This is nothing new, folks. So I mean, you know, I know some of you guys haven't seen this, but what is this? Oh, that's why I'm showing this, because see, from Washington's founding date to Elvis's death date and to 6/11/1977, the year Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, was 87 years. Okay, but to that next year, now that's why I was showing this. So remember, I was showing you from Elvis's death date to the next time 611 comes around. See, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown at 77 on 611. But the next time it comes around, the 611, after Elvis died that same year, the Seattle Slew won in 77. The next time the 611 came around, it equaled this equation, right? 611, 1978. Now, the reason I was showing that is because of this, see? Because from Washington's founding date to the next time that 611 comes around, not in 1977 when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, but the next one, when from Elvis's death date to the next time it comes around, it was 82.19, which is the number for Seattle. It was 88 years, 7 months, 887. The Antichrist, the 154th prime number is 887, okay? The Antichrist equals 154, 887. Now pay attention. You remember I told you from 1970, 197 with a crown. The 197, the 45th prime number is 197. And I told you they need the 19, because 1980 is when Elvis turned 45. But 197, 1978. Get it? 1978 with a crown. Or it could be the 45th prime number is 197, or 6/11/2023 in prime numbers equaled 198. Again with a crown. Man, are you guys getting this? Or am I just, I'm just about ready to lose it. I told you, folks, I'm trying to explain the unexplainable, man. Do you understand? What you're seeing is supernatural. All right? Let me see if you guys are getting this. I want to make sure you guys are getting that. Okay. All right. Now let's keep going. Like I said, it's all supernatural, folks. And I told you Elvis turns 88 this year, okay? Now, when 9/11 happened, how old was Elvis? He was 66. How old is Elvis now? 88. What's 88 plus 66? 154. The Antichrist number is 154. Okay? And that's what it's about. Okay? I told you they're going to birth the beast out of the sea in Seattle. Okay? Elvis is the beast. And how do you know that Elvis is the beast? First of all, I told you he's got the EL in his name. I told you EL. All right. Just real quick, I wasn't going to show this, but here. EL, the Roman numerals is VI is 6. Okay. So VI is 6. And then if you have more than, because the S means more than one, so VI 6s, get it? So it could be 66 or 666. So it's L, LVIS, get it? And by the way, VIS, because L means God in Hebrew. VIS has the same forward numbers as the word June. VIS right here. But they don't equal the same backwards, only the forward numbers. But anyway, so June has the 66. Listen to this. June has the 6th number, because June is the 6th month, has the 66th number, 66th month in June. Remember, I told you, if you keep going down 12 months, 6th month, then 12 months later it'll be the 18th month, the 30th month, the 42nd month, the 54th month, and the 66th month. Then if you go all the way down, you get to the 666th month, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, so where was I going with this? What was I? Elvis being the beast. How do you know that Elvis is the beast? How do you know? Because who was the number one thing to come out after Elvis? Who was it? It was the Beatles, okay? And what is the anagram for the Beatles? Hey, don't write it until I tell everybody. Hold on. The Beatles anagram is, hold on. The Beatles is the L Beast. L Beast. Get it? So basically, it's telling you, okay? Or it could be the word beats, 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 the L. You know what I mean? But anyway, the point is, it's right in your face, okay? That was the next big thing to come out after Elvis, the Beatles. And you know the Beastie Boys, it's got the Beast in it. They used Elvis's bus. That's right, the TCB bus. That's right. They went on tour with Elvis's bus, the Beast. And they had a song called, guess what the song was called? Because I told you Elvis is the mark of the beast. And they used, the Beastie Boys used Elvis's bus. Did the Beastie Boys have a song called Mark on the Bus? Look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but forget it. Mark on the Bus song. You stupid Google. Who sang Mark on the Bus?
Playing on YouTube music.
Go to hell, Google. Gonna burn in hell, every one of you. Created this stupid system. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, they had a song called Mark on the Bus, the Beastie Boys. And Elvis, they used Elvis's bus. Get it? Mark. All right? Anyway, let's keep going. Man, I got to finish this, folks. What am I doing? It's already an hour and something, man. I'm about ready to lose it, folks. I got still a ways to go, man. Okay, so remember, now pay attention. This is important. Remember, it's all about the 4245. The Antichrist equals 154. The 154th prime is 887. Okay, where am I? Right here. Okay, you remember I told you EL looks like the letters 3 and 7. EL looks like the letters 3. EL, the letters look like the numbers 3 and 7. And Elvis has the EL, right? It means God in Hebrew, EL. Now, so 37 is the EL, right? EL 887. 887 is the 154th prime. The 154th prime is the Antichrist number. So it's EL Antichrist, right? 42nd prime is 181. The 45th prime is 197. 87 is the total for 42 and 45. 181 and 197 is 378. 378. Look at the numbers, will you? It's 37887. 37887. The EL Antichrist. Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay? Do you see it? And look, it's 181 plus 197. Let me show you. The total is 378. Watch this. Hold on. Hold on. Before I move on, I want to make sure you guys got that. Look, the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. My two predictions equals 378. Look. You see? Right there. There it is, right there. You see? It goes right together with this, you know. 181 and 197 was 378. The 42nd prime, the 45th prime. Okay? Man. And you know, I always tell you that Elvis needs the 9, okay? Because, you know, if you count all the numbers between 1 through 8, it equals 36. He needs to get to the 45. And all the numbers between 1 through 9 equals 45. So if Elvis 1 through, because Elvis was born on the 8th day, so from all the numbers between 1 and 8 equals 44. I'm sorry, start over. Elvis is born on the 8th day. If you add up all the numbers between 1 and 8, because he's born on the 8th day, it equals 36. And of course, 36 is the 666 number, because if you add up all the numbers between 1 and 36, you get 666. But anyway, all the numbers between 1 and 8 equals 36. So Elvis needs the 9, right? I told you he needs the 9. And You add the 9 to the 36, you get 45. Okay? So he needs the 9. And Elvis is born on the 1/8. Look, 42 times 45 equal. Wait, what the hell? What the? What am I doing? Man, you see, this is what happens when you lose your mind. I don't know where I got this from. Oh. This is what it is. I was like ready to lose it. Hold on. I was like, how did I make a mistake like that? I know what it is. Watch. What is 42 times 45?
42 times 45 is 1,890.
Look. 42 times 45 is 189 with a crown. Elvis is born on 1/8. He needs the 9, and then he gets the crown. Do you see it? Okay? Do you understand what I was showing you? Okay? 40, remember, it's all about the 42, 45. 42 times 45 equals 1,890. I mean, I hope you guys are understanding this, man. So remember, a minute ago, I was showing you this equation, right? Which connected to the Antichrist. Remember all of this? I was showing you the 42, 45 primes is 37887. If you add, whatever. If you put it all together, if you add the 87 here and to the 378, you know what I mean? It looks like this, the EL Antichrist, right? Because the Antichrist, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying. I showed that a minute ago. Look now. Look now, folks. I'm about ready to lose it. Look. I told you this is so difficult to do, folks. So remember, I was showing you the prime numbers just a minute ago, right? The only thing I didn't do was add up the numbers when I showed you this equation earlier. So if you added up all of it, if you add up the prime numbers, which is 378, and then put the 87 here like I did, but I didn't add it up, it was 465, the total. From Elvis's birthday to 611, if you don't add the day, it's 154 days, which is the Antichrist number. If you add the day, it's 155 days. If you go to the leap year, it's 156 days. If you add the day, the total is 465. 465. You see? Are you looking? Are you looking at what I'm showing you? Okay? Again, I ask you, what is the chances of all of this, man? Please explain all of this to me. Okay? Now, just for more reference, I'm just throwing you the whole kitchen sink here, in this video, because I'm running out of time, folks. So from the first of the year to 611, because 611 is the target date, it's 161 days if you don't add the day on the calculator. But if you add the day, it's 162nd day, right? And of course, on a leap year, it'd be 163. But I didn't put that in there because Elvis was born on a regular year, not a leap year. So from the first of the year to 611 is 161 days or 162 days if you add the day. Okay. Now, pay attention. The 161st prime is 947. The 162nd prime is 953. You add those together, you get 1900. You remember I showed you the 1900 was 19 and the 8 upside sideways earlier. Remember that equation I showed? 1900. And if you add the 323 to the 1900, you get 2223. Are you looking at that? Again with the 2223. That's when Elvis turned 45 years dead in the year 22 and now into 23. He's still 45 years dead. I told you all the way up until August 16th. So 22, 23. And I told you the 22nd prime and the 23rd prime equals 162. See? And 45. Okay? You see how it all comes together, folks? Man, how do I do this, folks? It's so... I just saw another thing, and now I have to... Man, God bless everyone. Everyone here who understands what I'm showing, man. God bless you, man. Because I feel sorry for the people who don't get it. Hold on. I just saw something, and I have to write it, or I'll forget. Um, I'm about ready to lose it, man. All right, keep watching, folks. Keep watching. All right. Now, remember I was showing you that was the equation from the first of the year to 611. Now, from Elvis's birthday to 611, I told you it's either 154 or 155 or 156. Now, if you take the 154 equation out, because the Antichrist equals 154, right? So that is what they want to keep. What they want to destroy is the 155, 156, okay? And I told you the 156 prime is 911, and 911 was already done. Now they're going to do 611, the 155th day. Okay, they already did the 156 ritual, okay, which is 911, right? Now, pay attention. The prime numbers for 155 and 156 is 907, 911. It equals 18, 18, 18, 18. And who was born on 18? The twins, Elvis and Jesse, 18, 18. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I've shown this before. This is nothing new. Do you see it? Do you see it? Man, do you see it? Okay? Do you see it? And remember, it connects again to my chart, my 7-11, my thank heaven for 7-11 chart. Okay? Look, you have 907, 911. You have the 7-11. 7-11. You have the 88 in the middle. Elvis turned 88. You have the 18, 18. Which I just showed you. 1818. 1818. Okay? You have the 99, because this is what it represents, these numbers, okay? And if you turn this upside down, it can be the 911 or the 711. But really, this became a 7 once it got broken up. This stone, this is okay, man, I can't explain this whole thing. I'm just going to say it quick. This is the Father. This was the Son that got rejected. The stone that got rejected became the chief cornerstone. This became a 7. Okay, the 9 became a 7. The 911 is 7-11 on the Roman calendar. Okay, you understand? The 9 became a 7. It became a stone. It became a like this. It became a 7, the 9. The 9 became a 7. 9/11 is 7/11 on the Roman calendar. Okay? Do you get it? All right? September means 7. All right? They're destroying the pillars of heaven. They're recreating what they did in heaven. Okay? And you're going to see it. You're going to see it. What I'm talking about in a moment when I show you the end part of this, okay? You'll see what I'm showing right now, but just give me a second to get through this. Just give me a second, folks. And remember, you remember what the 1818 means, because I was just showing you this equation, right? The prime numbers for the prime numbers, because from Elvis's birthday to 611, this thing, what I was just saying, the prime numbers was 1818, and I told you the twins were born on 1818, right? The Elvis and Jesse, right? I'm not going to show the whole thing again. I'm just going to write out this one thing, folks. It needs to be shown, just in case there's somebody here who doesn't know this. So look, if you write it out, because there was 2 of them born, right? Elvis and Jesse, they were born on 1818. It would equal 216. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, and August 4th is the 216th day of the year. If you say the date backwards, like they say in the UK, 8181, it would be 16/2. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. So it's right there in your face already. The 1818, you know, and it's the pillars again. The 1, the 8, 8, and the 1. It's all about the pillars that I just showed. What the heck did I do with it? You know, what I was showing here. You know, it's the 8. It's the 8 in the middle and the 1's on the end, you know, because that I believe one of the pillars was destroyed with the stones. Okay, I'm not sure how many stones got taken out. I don't know. All I know is that that's what it is. It was destroyed, and it's it's being rebuilt, man. Oh, it's being rebuilt, man. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. All right. Is being rebuilt. It's basically, I told you, because God created the kingdom perfect, okay? And the word perfect equals kingdom, okay? So perfect equals kingdom in gematria, exact same numbers. So if perfect is kingdom, then if 1/3 of the angels came out, which is 1/3 out of is 2/3 left. 2/3 would be 6, 6, whatever, whatever. Anyway, so 1/3 left, right? The angels. So that means there's empty spaces in heaven. That's why we're here to make heaven perfect again. That's what it's about, folks. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. That's what this Trump is doing. He's mocking God, because Trump and Elvis are the devil twins. Okay, when I say that, I mean I'm not saying they're real twins, but they're and Obama's the third wheel of this unholy Godhead, But anyway, so it's about making heaven perfect again, okay? Because it got, because we're going to take the place of the angels that got thrown out, okay? Now, where was I going with this? Okay, so remember, we're talking about the twins, right? Man, I got to hurry, man. My phone's going to die. I don't want to mess this up. Remember, I told you Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67. That's how it's spelled on his gravestone, Jesse, the identical twin that died at birth. And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days, and it's 8 months, 4 days. I told you Trump's going to get his head one on 8/4. Okay, but the real connection is here. That 247 days is 67.67% when the twin towers fell. And Elvis and Jesse both equal 67.67% to 9/11 when the twin towers fell. Okay? Because it's all about destroying. I told you, it's all about death and destruction, and it's what they're doing. Okay? It's about destroying the pillars. You'll see how 67.67 in a minute. So that's what that is. Okay? Now, so remember, I told you that from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 247 days. I just showed you that equation, which connected to the 67 percentage of the twins, Elvis and Jesse both equaling 67. And I told you Elvis is everything about the 666. 666 days is 182.47%. 1/8, then the 2.47. Elvis was born on 1/8. 247 days later is 9/11. 18247. 666 days is 182.47. Do you get it? That's the percentage. It's right there. The 666 in the date and the days. Okay? Do you see it? Do you see it? I've shown that before. It's nothing new. And of course, Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, and I told you from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 67.67%, that 247 days. Anyway, the words 67 is the first number in gematria that equals 162. The next one would be 76, and 76 is the same letters as 67. Okay? And 76 connects to the word God too. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but 67 is the first number and 76 is the last number that equals that. There's no other numbers that equal 162 after that. And 162nd day of the year is June 11th, okay? Now, remember I told you it's all about destroying the pillars. Remember I showed this in my pillars video. From the first of the year to 7-11, because I told you it's all about my pillars, the 7-11, thank heaven for 7-11 pillars, is 6,767 days. 67 days is from the first of the year to 7-11. You see? If you went forward 6,767 days, which connects to the twins, Elvis and Jesse, and to 9/11, because from the Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 67.67%. Okay? Are you getting what I'm showing, man? Okay? Now, if you went from Elvis's, listen, this is 183 years, this equation. I'm only showing this just to show you that even Elvis's death date, 8/16/77, if you went backwards 183 years, it would be 67,067 would land on from the first of the year to 8/16. Okay? That's how important these dates are. I'm trying to help you understand all this. So it's a 67, and destroying, that's when Elvis died. It's all about death and destruction. The 67, destroying the pillars. Okay? And if you think that's a coincidence, look at this. 223 years. So that means that if you went back to the 1800 or whatever date it makes this, I'm not sure, but forget about that. Just look, 223 years. I bet you this is the only date that does this. I bet you this might be the only date that this happens, where if you went from the first of the year and did a death date of 8/16/77, this probably is the first number that actually equals its date of death, landing on the death date. Do you get what I'm saying? And look at that, it's 223 years. There's no way for me to know if this is, I know this is correct, the amount. I'm saying I don't know if there's any other dates that do this, where it could land with the exact date of the death, 8/16/77. Do you get what I'm saying, or you don't get it? I don't know. You're going to have to figure that one out. Let me see if you guys understand what I just showed there. Hold on. Hold on. Can you guys real quick, did you understand that last part? I just want to make sure you guys understood why I was showing that, because I don't know. I wonder if you guys understood that. I'm almost done, folks. I'm almost done. Somebody's saying they don't understand. Look, yeah, you know what? It's not even important. Don't worry about it. It's not that important, that piece. I was just showing you because it's very interesting. That's all. Okay. Now wait, folks. This is going to be the. There's some good stuff here. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I'm almost done with this video, folks. I gotta hurry before the phone dies. Yeah, it probably is important, but it's not. Doesn't have to be known. That's all I'm saying. So remember, Elvis died. And remember, I showed you how it connected to the 666 from Elvis' birthday to 9/11. Remember, forget about that right now. But so Elvis was born on 1/8, right? From 1/1 to 1/8 is 8 days, right? It's the 8th day of the year. 8 days, the percentage is 2.19%, okay? Now, this is the only date that does this too, I bet. That Elvis was born on 1/8, right? And the eighth prime number is 19, and the first prime number is 2. So 1 and 8, 1 equals 2, 8 equals 19, and that's the percentage, 2.19%. Look, 219. Do you see it? And that's Elvis's birthday, 1/8, and it's 2.19%. The first prime number is 2, and the 8th prime number is 19. Okay, so you get what I'm saying? And Seattle, because remember, Elvis is born on the 8th day, then you get the 2.19. Seattle equals 8219. 8219. Elvis is born on the 8th day, then the 2 and the 19. 8219. Seattle, right there. And on that day, you had the identical twin that died. Do you get it? Now, from 9/11/01 to 6/11 this year, it's 21 years, 9 months. There's your 219 again. 219 right there. 219. Okay? Do you understand what I'm showing you? And notice that the 9 and 6, notice that 9 and 6 is, the 96 connection. I told you it's on the pillars, the 9 and 6, which equals 15, which is the crown. And then you had 11/11. That's when Washington was founded, on 11/11, And even that's on my pillars thing, but I'm not going to show that right now. But 11/11 is when Washington was founded. Okay. And of course, you have the 1-2-3, because Elvis's comeback special was on 12/3. Okay. 54 years ago. And the 54th day of the year is 2-2-3, because we're in the year 2023, 2-2-3. Get it? And Lisa Marie Presley died at the age of 54. You see what I'm saying? Everything is connected to Elvis and his comeback. Okay. So, and here, like I said, I'm just giving you I'm throwing the whole, the kitchen sink at you guys in this video. So, I told you God is numbered. It's the numbers of God. Come on, man. Stay up here. G is the 7th letter. O is the 15th letter. D is the 4th letter, right? So if you wrote 7, 15, and 4 into the gematria calculator, look what you get. 19082 for the forward numbers. There's your 8219, Seattle, 8219. But backwards, 1982. You see that? And that's if you wrote the words 7, 15, and 4. You see? And from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you went forward 1982 days, it lands on 6/11. So I'm just saying there is connections to that even. And I told you it's all about the pillars of God, the 7, 15, 4. Thank heaven for 7/11. I'm trying to show you all the time, right? This is supernatural, folks. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? Now, this next thing I'm going to show, okay? Remember I was telling you that the Antichrist, the 154th prime is 887. And even the word God had the Antichrist numbers, if you were watching earlier, okay? Because I told you, there's no such thing as a bad number. It's just a number that the Antichrist needs to try to break into heaven. That's what this is all about, okay? All right? And I told you, I hold the key. And they're not going to get it from me. They're not going to take my crown. All right, this Elvis, Trump, and Obama and his fallen angel crap. All right, listen. So I told you that kingdom equals 73. The word perfect equals 73. Father with a crown, father with the letter O is 73. And I told you Jesus equals 74. Lucifer equals 74. And Lucifer lost his perfect name because Jesus is perfect. The Father in heaven is perfect. Perfect equals 73, like I said. And Father with a crown equals 73. Kingdom equals 73. Jesus equals 74. Lucifer equals 74. And when Lucifer got thrown out, he lost his name. He lost his crown name and became Satan. Okay, he lost 19. He went to 55 because Satan equals 55. And that's what that whole 19 corona crown thing was all about. The 19 crown. And where was the first case? Seattle. Who was the first person to get it? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was filming the Elvis movie. Sleepless in Seattle. Where was the first clinical trials? In Seattle. With that Jennifer Haller, whatever her name is. Anyway, so if you add up 74 and 73's prime numbers and you add the 74 to the numbers, it's 447 and 440. It equals the Antichrist number, 887. Do you see? That is, I'm trying to explain to you Why this puzzle is so perfect? Because it has to be perfect in order to in order for them to break the matrix, okay? And I told you, I hold the key, not them, okay? They need me. I'm trying to explain this to you, okay? And look, and if you just add up, if you don't add the 73 and 74, look at this. It's 74 with a crown. If you just forget this part right here, the 147,887, just forget that. This is the total for the prime numbers for 73 and 74. Look at that. 74 with a crown. And that's the, I told you, that's the word perfect. That's the word kingdom. And that's the word Father with a crown equals 73 also. And Jesus equals 74, you see? 74 with a crown. All right? Because I told you there's a crown. Because there, I told you there's a crown here that's needs to be. There's one more crown left. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The triple crown. This is the Alpha, the Omega, and you have to get the crown. Okay? I'm trying to explain to you. They're not going to take my crown. Okay? If you don't understand, and if you don't believe me, if you still don't believe me about the 73, 74, so remember, it's all about the 88 and the 4 zeros, right? Because I told you that the four zeros equals, it looks like 88. 4 zeros is 8. 4 zeros would look like the number 88, okay? So if this is what it looks like, 4 zeros is the 88, right? Are you, man, I can't, oh man. All right, pay attention. Remember, the 4 zeros, 4 O's is 88. So if you see 730000, that means it's 7388 or 7488. So when you see the 4 zeros, that's what you're saying, right? So when did when when did it all start, this degeneracy? I mean, it started way before, but when did it really get bad was in the last, like 20 something years, okay? Now, if you went from the first day of, watch this. Man, I gotta hurry, folks. My battery's dying here. Hurry. So from the first day of the first year ever, if you go back to when, look, when did it start? Hold on. This is when it started, I believe. Let me see. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find the exact moment here. Okay, so in 1999, if you went from the first of the year, in the year one, because it won't let you put year 0, okay? Hold on, folks. Give me a second. I can't focus this thing. Hold on. So from the first of the year of January, in the first year ever, okay? When I say first year ever, obviously DC, DC. Oh my God, AD, not BC. Okay, hold on. See, it won't let you put 0 here, so you have to put year 1. So that means in 1999, which is the 666 upside down. You see that? And look, it's 666 and then 611 right there and then the 9. But anyway, forget that. Look, that's when the year 730000 started. Are you getting what I'm showing? 730000. Okay? I just explained to you that the 00s are the 88s, right? And when does the 73000 year end? Okay? It ends on the year hold on. It ends on 1/17/2027. Then starts the 74 with the 00s. And I told you the 00 is 88. Get it? The zeros look like, 4 zeros look like 88. So what I'm trying to say is that, and remember, and you know the word God equals 2617, by the way. There's your 2617 right there. But what I'm trying to say is that the Antichrist is going to reign for 3.5 years. Okay, so it has to happen now. Okay, that way he can reign for 3.5 years. That's my point. Okay, because the 74 is the end of the line. Okay, he has to get it between 73 and 74 because that's the Antichrist numbers that I was just showing you. You know what he needs, because where is it? Where was that? What did I do with it? Because of this. All right. Remember, I was telling you that the 73rd and 74th prime number, if you add all that together, it equals the 154th prime, 887. If you add all of these numbers, right, which is what I wrote here. If you add up everything, it's 887, the 154th prime. The Antichrist equals 154. So it has to happen. He has to try and take over. So he's going to reign for that 3.5 years, and then all hell's going to break loose. So whoever's in those years, after, okay, so I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't exactly know when when God's going to return. But it is interesting that it ends in the year 2027, because Elvis, Trump, and Obama's ages this year, when they turn their birthdays, it adds up to 227. But look, all I'm saying is, think about what I'm saying. Why out of all the things does it have to happen between the 73 and the 74 timeline? You know what we're talking about, what I was showing you with this equation. I know you don't understand this. You got to have you got to put your spiritual thinking cap on with this. Okay, this is difficult to explain, okay? So let's just move on, because now I'm just going to move on. I don't care. I have to finish this video. Oh, no, man, my battery's dying. All right. And yes, I know I'm going to, I have to put the cable on. But if I put the cable in it, I can't move the phone. That's why I can't do it, because it doesn't reach. Yeah, I know I should go and buy a extension cord. Anyway, yeah, you do it. You know what? Go ahead and do all this and try to, do all these other things too. All right. Okay, where am I? All right, so listen to this. How do you run? How is the computers run Is it run by binary codes or something? Is that right? Do people know how they're run? Before I show this to you, I just want to make sure. Do you guys hurry up? Answer me, people. I know it's like a delay in time. Uh, Tell me, is it run by binary codes? Is that how it works? Because I don't want to say something that's not right. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Let me see if you guys are answering here. No, but is that how it's run? That's what I'm asking. I know it's run by. Okay, so they use binary codes. Okay, so now watch this. You remember I was telling you that my chart, that these are ones. So remember I was telling you that Washington was founded on 11/11. So this is a 1, this is a 1, but it's also a 7. You know what I'm saying? And 1 1. You get what I was trying to say? So these are binary codes. 1 0 0 1. These are all zeros and ones on my chart, my pillars of heaven. Do you see this? That's what the beast thing is trying to do. Are you getting what I'm showing you? And 1 and 0 is a 10, and I told you that Jesus is perfect, and they say that 10 is perfect, and Jesus was the only begot 10. Get it? Begot 10. All right? And who was the forgot 10? You know what I mean? That's the, because I told you Lucifer was made perfect, but he was tossed out of heaven, because he thinks he's God. But see, Jesus created Lucifer. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is here that binary codes were used, the ones and zeros, because the beast system is trying to take over as the temple, right, of God. That's the only way he's going to be able to take over, is to take over, right? And you know how you know. Look, you remember I told you this chart that I had made. This, look, it's not perfect, so don't mind what I'm saying. But look, Google has the EL, which means God. Remember I told you there's an EL missing here. I told you there's one more crown left, folks. Okay, Google is my chart. Look, 7 and the 6 and 9s are the 4 circles in the middle, the 88, right? 6 9 6 9 is the circles, because I told you 6 plus 9 is 15. Okay, G is 7, and at the end is 7, because I told you this is what it was. Okay, and I told you the Christ equals 77, the word Christ. Okay, and the 9, the upside down, because it was a 6, right, originally, and the 6 was also a 9 when it went upwards, and when everything went, when there was a war in heaven. Okay, I know this is crazy what I'm trying to tell you, but it became a 7. So I'm not going to explain it to you here, but really it's like saying 76 67. Okay, because the 7 stood upwards, and so it became 76 67. And I told you that 67 and 76 are the only numbers that equal 162, right? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that Google is doing the binary codes, the 1010, and trying to take over, right? This is the beast system, obviously, but who is the beast that's controlling it all? Do you get what I'm saying? Because I told you Elvis is the Antichrist. He represents it, and Trump is going to make sure that it happens, because Trump is the in the flesh Antichrist, but Elvis is the real one behind the scenes. Anyway, if you guys can't understand this, because G is the 7th letter, G is the 7th letter. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? I know it's hard to understand, but it is the Google thing, the binary code that I'm trying to explain here. I hope you guys understood that. And is it just a coincidence that Google, the word, equals 61 and 101 backwards? Look at that. And 162. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. And if you take the 2 and add it to the 5 and 4, 254th day is 9/11, and 216th day is August 4th. Look at that. Anyway, forget about that. But and look, it starts with a 16 and ends with a 16. 16 2 2 16 16 and 16. It's all about the PP, the 16th letter. But anyway, 6134 is the backwards of Jesus. Actually, Jesus equals 74:11 forward and 61:34 backwards. So I'm just saying, look, it's got some 611 stuff, and the 26 prime is 101. I'm just trying to show you some stuff here. I don't know what's going on here, but there's something going on, folks. I'm just telling you. And you remember I told you that the Masons, you know, they're like bricklayers or builders. The builders that rejected the stone. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a biblical term, and that stone became the chief cornerstone because Jesus is the chief cornerstone. Okay, the Father and Son, the Alpha and Omega. But anyway, they rejected Jesus in on earth too, right? And that's the whole point. And Samson in the Bible, he brought down the pillars and destroyed the temple of the Philistines. And he's like a, you can't figure, like, is he of God or is not God? I mean, but God used him, but I'm not sure if he's, if he went to heaven or not. I have no idea. But Samson, God worked through Samson to destroy Israel's enemies, right? And why am I showing that? Because Samson brought down the pillars, and Samson is the anagram of Masons. Do you understand? Masons, 81, 81, 162, Samson. It's the anagram, same letters, 81, 81. And why? And remember, it has every connection that I showed you. The 711 backwards, the 99 is in there, the 88, the 8181. You remember my chart, right? That I'm showing you all the time. Where is that? I don't know what chart I have. I don't know which one's which. Man, I don't know where it is, but you know the one I was trying to show. Hold on, let me find one. I don't know if this is. So look, it's got the 818, 1818. You know what I'm saying? It's got the 8181, 8181. You see what I'm saying? In my thing, my Pillars of Heaven thing, and of course the numbers represents the 6 and 9, the circles 9. So it's got the 99. What I was saying was this number. I'm saying the Masons is Samson. Samson brought down the pillars. You see what I'm saying? 99, 117. And again, if you think this is a coincidence, what about this? What about this? Look. So the prime numbers for the word God equals 7, 15, and 4, the letters G-O-D, right? So if you add up those letters for the prime numbers, the 7th is 17, the 15th is 47, the 4th is 7, it equals 2671, the total. 71 for this, 26, right? The word temple equals 71, 26, 97. Look at that. And it's got the 911 backwards. And look, the 162, the 254 for 9/11, the 254th day, the 162nd day is June 11th, 216th day is August 4th. Look at that, you got 9/11 there. And you have the 7/11 in the middle, and you have the 9s on the outside. Okay? 7126, 7126 for the word God, temple. And Samson brought down the temple. And Masons is Samson. You know what I'm saying? So What are they doing? I don't know. So they build things and bring it down, right? The Masons. Is that what they do? Is that what they do, folks? Do they build things? Is that what they do with that like what is that order out of chaos thing, whatever they say? So they build it and then they destroy it and then they build it better. What do they do? I don't know. Like please explain that part. I'm not, you know, I'm trying to make sense out of all this. Okay? Look, folks, listen. I've told you guys don't talk to the trolls because now I'm going to delete you guys. All right. I don't know what you guys are doing. All right. I don't know who's who right now because I didn't see who started the fight. Now you guys are really irritating the hell out of me. You know, I feel like banning both of you, but I don't know yet. I have to go look who started it. All right. You know what? If you both don't apologize right now, I'm going to ban both of you if I have to. So somebody better start, all right? Because I'm not going to allow you guys to go on like that. And especially if I find out who really started it, and if you don't apologize, you're gonna get banned for sure. Who was the one who started it? Okay, I don't know what you guys are up to, but since you want to be banned, I'll just ban you, no problem. No, you know why I'm not going to ban you is because someone's talking to you. All right. The fact that I told you not to talk to trolls. Okay. Now, if I ban him, it removes all the comments. Okay. Shame on you for ruining this video. All right. I told you don't feed the trolls. All right. And if you, that's why I said, whoever started, I'm going to find out, okay? Knock it off, all right? Anyway, so remember I was telling you that the temple, temple equals 7126, and I told you the prime numbers for God 7, 15, and 4 was 26 and 71, 71, 26 for the temple. The word God equals 26, 17. The same numbers. If you add up, see, God equals 26. The reduced number for God would be 7, 6, and 4 because 1 plus 5 is 6. So the only difference would be 7, 6, 4 would be 17. So it's 26 and then 17. And that's the same numbers. It's 26 and 71 instead of 17. Anyway, all right, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's so much more I could show, but I just can't keep going, folks. I got to end the video. And God bless all of you. And if, like I said, get out of Seattle. All right, get out of all of Washington State if you can. But especially get out. What am I saying get out of Seattle for? Get out of all Washington State because I don't know which parts are going to go away, all right, or whatever they're going to do to it. You don't want to take that chance, all right? So if you live in Washington State, get out, okay? Especially all of King County, all right? And whatever's to the west of it, especially too. Everything to the west of King County, toward the water or the ocean, whatever the heck. Okay, get out, okay? Get out of that area. All right, get out, folks. Get out. I can't say it enough. Get out. All right. This is not a coincidence what you're saying. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. And I'm going to leave the video up, of course. And I'm not going to answer any questions right now. So tomorrow, like I said, I will look through the chat tomorrow or later tonight. Oh, well, it won't show later. I won't be able to see the chat till tomorrow. So I'll delete the people who started all this. So anyway, God bless all of you. And like I said, folks, I'll go through your comments later because I couldn't look at any comments. I was so, my brain was just too much on, there's too much on it right now. So, anyway, God bless all of you. End of video. Jesus is God. I appreciate everyone who didn't mess this video up and was paying attention. And to all those who didn't, man, listen, man, you're getting on my nerves, bro. I know about the Armenians in Glendale. I can't talk about it. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. All right, for the people who don't know, I'm Armenian and I live in Glendale. Yes, and that's why I'm supposed to be here, the Jewel City. Listen, okay. I know what's going on in Glendale, but I can't talk about it because I don't want to get my video taken down about it, okay? You know what I'm talking about, all right? It's been in the news, all right? It's not a coincidence that where I'm at is in the news right here, right before June 11th, too. What I'm trying to say is, I told you, I'm not answering those questions. Stop bringing up stuff that does not have to do with this video, okay? Man, don't make me nuts. I'm trying to tell you how important this video is, man. All right? Bring it up another time, man. All right? You know I'm not going to ban you, so knock it off, you guys, all right? You ruined my video. All right? Shame on you, all of you who ruined it. All right? Anyway, but you know what? I forgive you. All right? So, I forgive you guys. And that's before you said sorry, by the way. I already forgave you. But anyway, God bless all of you. Anyway, end of video. Jesus is God.